The price of $60,000 per XRP has been guaranteed by Forbes, which is the world's biggest business magazine, and it's going to happen in a year. Yes, the price of XRP has been proven to be over $60,000. A number of bugs have also confirmed a price that is close to that amount. As an example, a new XRP price glitch was caught a few days ago. It showed that the price of XRP would reach $21,355.00 per XRP live on TV. Several other experts also said the same thing, and several Wall Street executives said that selling XRP now is like selling an apple before it went public on the stock market. They meant that selling now is like selling an apple before the huge boom when trillions of dollars started flooding into XRP. This is taking place because BlackRock, JP Morgan, and a number of other banks have invested in XRP. BlackRock plans to invest more than $9 trillion in XRP just in 2025, and JP Morgan plans to do the same. They also plan to start using XRP for all retail and institutional payments after getting clear permission from the US government. And if we're talking about XRP, we have to talk about free money, because you can get up to $100.00 in free XRP on this channel and enter an XRP giveaway. It's really very simple. Just use the link in the description to sign up for Opalo and make a purchase. Also, you need to like, share, and subscribe the page. You'll get up to 100 XRP after that, which doesn't take long. Less than 5 minutes. You can also go ahead and get even more money if you want to enter RealFee's huge XRP giveaway for finishing part 1 of their plan to tokenize $654,390,000,00 on the XRP ledger. All you have to do is follow them on their X page, retweet their post, like and comment on it. So let's start the video right away. Forbes just said that XRP will probably be worth $60,000 by 2030, which will make Bitcoin less valuable. This was reported by several news sites and confirmed by several sources, such as Google, Bing, and even ChatGPT. But what really proved all of this was that XRP has been being used by institutions, and the price prediction of $10,000 to $35,000 or even $60,000 has been very logical and fair over the last couple of days. When billions and trillions of dollars flood into the XRP system, there will be a big change in the supply. Because of the supply shock, there won't be enough XRP to go around, but there will be a huge demand for it, which will cause the price to go up quickly. Jimmy Valley, managing director of Valeo Capital, a multinational venture capitalist firm, said in public that XRP could be worth between $10,000 and $35,000 each after it is regulated, and made clear that it will be the world's bridge currency. That's very bullish on its own, but this announcement makes even more sense when you consider that XRP can be used by 7.5 billion people around the world, and that Ripple's Seto and CEO, as well as the founder of XRP, have all said in public that XRP was designed to be used for $10,000 and must be scalable to accommodate this many people. And the $10,000 per XRP becomes more and more clear as we get closer to the amount of global adoption, and it moves closer and closer to $60,000. Bank of America recently said that they will start buying XRP as an example just recently. Think about this on a very large level. Again, this means that an even bigger chunk of the XRP stock has been taken off the retail market and put into the hands of institutions. Some say that number is as high as 100 billion XRP, which means that they are trying to get all of the XRP that they can get their hands on. But that's not going to happen because the Bank of America, Ripple Labs, and XRP all say that won't happen on a large scale. For example, they made XRP worth a lot more when there are fewer of them. You don't want to have a billion XRP on hand if you need to send $1 billion. It costs too much and doesn't work well. This means that instead of giving Bank of America 100 billion XRP to facilitate $100 billion, they will probably get 1 billion XRP, which is worth a lot more money. This means that they will need less XRP and more money to be facilitated. The chief technology officer of Ripple confirmed this many times, including when he said that comparing XRP to $1 billion would be more accurate, reasonable, and useful than comparing XRP to a single dollar. even though it drives him crazy, the numbers will work out because more and more money is joining the facilitation. For instance, the Japanese central bank told everyone that all banks in Japan will use XRP. You can hear this right now. You should think about how much money Japan helps people get. We're talking about trillions of dollars that are made possible not once a year, but every week, every day. This much money will go into the XRP record and into XRP. And there will be a lot more. If you look closely, you'll see that the RealFi team just made a news about tokenizing real estate, and it's now going live on the XRP ledger. We're happy to say that the Real token has passed all of its testing and approval phases. It will now be released on the XRP ledger at a date that will be announced soon. This is the first step toward a bigger goal, to make it possible for the $654.39 trillion global real estate market to become tokenized and easily integrated into the RealFi environment. But what they're not saying is that the Real token is being built on top of the XRP system, and that every dollar that goes into or is used with the Real token flows through XRP. In the real estate market, this means that the $653.39 billion, 0 cents, that is being talked about is being tokenized by the Real token. It will move into the Real token, which will cause a huge supply shock and cause the Real token to skyrocket. However, it also shows that XRP will end up with that money, which means that both the Real token and XRP will experience a supply shock. Overall, all $65,439,000,000,000 0 cents will be on the XRP record, which means that every transaction will burn XRP. It will add new money to the XRP economy, which will change the prices of both. XRP and that token is going to go through the roof. As of now, the Real coin hasn't gone live yet, but users can start placing orders by going to payonline.com and clicking on their chosen token. What this means is that when the Real token comes out, all the money will move into it. Once it's done, it will easily skyrocket back into XRP. A Real token and XRP will either fight or stand next to each other as their prices rise and skyrocket. You will have two very expensive assets that will help the XRP record handle money. One will be real estate and tokenization, which will be a Real token, and the other will be XRP for all payments. I'd like to take a moment to quickly go over the main points of this video. The big picture is that XRP is meant to be worth $60,000, and it will be worth that much. Forbes and a number of other news outlets have reported that XRP will be worth $60,000 0 cents. But it's not just about Forbes, right? Looking at this, we can see that big money is pouring into XRP. We talked about XRP getting trillions of dollars, and it's happening right now. It will happen very soon. To give you an idea, RealFi is one of these projects that will help make $654.3 trillion 0 cents possible by building on the XRP system. It will all be worth